I say when you start your mindfulness practice to support yourself in the best way that is going to support your sustained practice. Whatever's going to help you do it consistently every day, even if it's just a short amount of time or a long amount of time. If it's setting a timer, then use a timer. If it's a guided practice, and there's many out there, I recommend using a guided practice. There's nothing wrong with that, particularly if it's a mindfulness practice, one that consistently and constantly reminds you to come back to the present moment. Having a little guidance and support can go a huge way in helping you continue your practice. Now, you want to be careful because there's a lot of stuff out there that isn't mindfulness. It's maybe taking you off into other things and other realms. That's not what we're talking about here. Those can be very relaxing and very helpful. However, what we're going for here is to bring your attention back to the present moment through the act of focusing on your breath, focusing your attention on something. So I would recommend using a practice that's a guided practice in the realm of mindfulness. Like I said, there's lots of them out there. And I don't think that there's any particular goal you have to go for. I had someone just ask me last week, is it okay if she's continuing to use a guided practice even though she's been doing this for a couple months now? Now, I don't need a guided practice every day. I just use a timer. But every once in a while, I feel like I need a little support. So I'll pull up a guided practice. If that's what you feel is going to be helpful for you, don't feel bad about that. Don't judge yourself for that. Go for it. Support yourself the best way that you possibly can. And experiment. Try new things out, because maybe you'll find out that using a timer is just as effective for you. The other thing I like to take into consideration when people are getting started is to not set yourself up in a situation where you have to have a certain set of circumstances in order to do it. So if you always do it at home in a certain place in a certain way, it's not always good. You want to be able to pull out mindfulness wherever you are. And if you're traveling, for example, you want to be able to feel comfortable doing it wherever you are. There might be situations where you want to do a practice and you don't have your phone or you don't have your guided practice. So I encourage people to get used to being able to do it on your own without the props and tools, so that when you have to be in a situation where you can't have your props and tools, then you don't need them. And you can still rely on them when you do need them and you do have access to them.